Welcome to the first installment of the Get Busy monthly updates. In these updates, I will be outlining what I've learnt in the month, what's changed with the website, and what I anticipate to achieve in the coming month. This is a good opportunity to give you an inside look into the day-to-day activities of this business, and then hopefully document the process as I go from starting up to hopefully thriving in the future. It's quite exciting for me that this is number one. I anticipate adding a few zeros to the end of that, so if you'd like to keep up to date with what's going on, please hit the subscribe button down below. That way you'll keep in the know. Also, if you want to give me a thumbs up, it'll be massively appreciated, especially if you get some value from this video. Firstly, what we're going to jump into is, what did I learn this month? This month has actually been quite a busy month, the month being of February 2018. Quite a lot's been done. I've been working pretty full out on my day job, and there's also been quite a lot going on with the business as well. Launched getbizzy.co.nz this month, earlier in the month, just after my birthday, and to be honest, it's turned out pretty average. But I have anticipation, and I have definitely a clear view of what I need to do to turn it into a product where I could see, myself and other people using it. At the moment, if I'm going to be completely honest, I look at it and I can't see myself really utilizing it. However, there's some key things that I'm going to be working on this month to tweak and edit, and that's come back from some feedback that I've got from other people, as well as myself just looking at the website and knowing this is what needs to be done. I apologise that I sound this way. I am crook as a chook, and funnily enough, I'm actually looking outside at some trooks at the moment, and they look a lot better off than I do at the moment. So yeah, apologise for the sound. I know I sound very nasally, but I'd like to do this today because it is the first of the month, and I wanted to show you guys what I have learnt and what I plan to achieve in the future. These should be being released the first Monday of every month, so watch out for them then, and as I said, subscribe so you can keep in the loop with that. Jumping into what I've learnt this month. How to double my motivation. Now that sounds very salesy, that sounds like a clickbaity video, but completely truthful. This month I've learnt how to double my motivation, how to achieve far more than I've ever achieved before. And I considered myself to be relatively proactive, relatively motivated, and quite a high achiever, but something that I've learnt this month has really just allowed me to knuckle down and get shit done. As it says up on my wall behind me, I've got a poster, get shit done, and it's really true. I've been able to do so much more this month than I've been able to do in previous months. And it comes down to a little thing called goals. Now, goals alone, I've been setting goals for years. I've been setting goals since I was probably about 14, 15, and I swear by them. Without goals, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I religiously set my goals on, if not a daily basis, by a daily basis. And this is what I credit quite a lot of my success to. People look at some of the things I've done and say that's quite a lot. You've achieved a fair amount. Whereas I look at it and I think, well, not really. I haven't really done that much. I've just set goals and then consistently done something, a daily activity. That's all it really takes. You just got to turn up. But this month I learnt that finding a goals buddy, finding someone who you respect, someone who, it could be someone close to you, it could be a mentor, someone who you respect, or someone who believes in your goals and believes in what you're doing, to share those goals with. Now what I've started doing is, at the beginning of every month, I have sent out an email to the person that I have as my goals buddy. In the future I'd like to get multiple people, that way I feel like they'd hold me more accountable, and that's what it's really all about. Finding someone to hold you accountable. That's why it's so important that you find someone who you trust, someone who believes in what you're trying to do, and someone who you look up to. Because if it's someone you look up to, or someone you trust, or someone you're in a relationship with, you don't want to disappoint that person. So you put in a lot more effort to actually achieve what you say you're going to achieve. Now, on the flip side, you don't want to be throwing your goals out, willy-nilly on Facebook to all the average, Joe and Janes out there who are going to look at it, and if they're not a goal setter themselves, or if they're an underachiever, they're going to look at your goals and try and drag you down, because all they see is something that they can't achieve themselves. So they try to, drag you down to their level, whereas to you it might be feasible and achievable, but to them it's a far off Disneyland dream. So make sure you pick and choose the people you share your goals with carefully, but don't be afraid to share with people. That's something that I haven't done until this month, and I shared my goals this month and achieved massively. I nailed 9 out of 10 of my goals one week, 10 out of 10 the next, and I'm on track to do all 10 out of 10 this week as well. Now, these goals aren't by any means easy goals. They require a lot of time, a lot of effort, and it's goals that I probably would have struggled to achieve 4 to 5 previously. So it's not like I've created easy goals and easy things to tick off. These are actually big milestones for myself. So that's a really important thing that I've learned this month. Now, the second thing is YouTube is my new passion. I never knew that before. This is a little bit of a personal thing that I learned, but I've only really started uploading to YouTube, and the video creation process is just awesome. I love it. I think it's because I'm such a perfectionist, and with videos I get to create a video, edit it, upload it, review it myself, look at it and think, how can I do this better, and then come back with the next video as soon as I want to. It could be within the same day, or it could be a day later, a week later, whenever I get an opportunity to, and tweak the little things, change certain aspects of the video, add bits here and there, add intros, outros, calls to action to subscribe, and other things like that. That's something that really resonates with me. I think it just tickles my inner perfectionist, and the creativity of creating videos is down my alley as well. I'm quite a creative person, and I love just the whole process surrounding it. So I'd recommend it to anyone who sort of considers themselves creative and likes a challenge. But yeah, it's really cool to just put something out there and then have people critique it. Not that anyone's actually watching my videos at the moment, but I hope that changes in the near future. Third thing is my blogs suck. I'm going to be completely honest. I'll try not to swear, but yeah, they're pretty average. I've only written one at the moment, and reading through it, I think I've tweaked it about 30 times. I'm just going to get to the stage where I'll just put it out there and upload it. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue to tweak the one blog. I need to upload a few, get some feedback from other people, and just practice my writing skills, because to be completely honest, they're pretty average. I mean, in my day job, I write quite analytically, so I think I've just taken a lot of that over. I need to bring some personality into it, and obviously learn to be a little bit more grammatical and approach it differently. Finally, creating habits is easy. Now, I'll link to a video at the top at the moment where I reviewed The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. He's written that book. It's a relatively difficult book to read, but it's very insightful in how to create habits and change habits reasonably easy. This is for someone who's struggled, with his habits quite a lot, and just coming at it from this perspective, where you've got the 3 separate steps, being the cue, which is what triggers the habit, then the actual process of the habit, so going through the routine, and then finally the reward that comes at the end, which is obviously what ingrains some of these bad habits like smoking, because you've got the cue where it might be, you go out for a social drink or something like that, or you're on a break at work and instead of eating or doing whatever you do, you start to smoke. Smoking the cigarette is the routine, and then at the end of the routine you get the effects of nicotine and you get that little high. That's a very dangerous routine because the reward is such a high, it's such a dopamine high in the body. But that's also why people who exercise long term find it very hard to give up, because they get the dopamine high, or they get runner's high, as you'd call it, and it gets addictive. It gets addictive to get that reward. It's just the routine that is a lot more difficult in exercise than it is in smoking. So I've learnt that basically all you need to do to change your habits is to change the routine, change the middle section, and you can leave the cue and the reward the same. So for instance, if you find yourself coming across certain habits throughout the day that you want to change, you just notice whatever the cue is and then figure out what the routine is. If the routine's unhealthy or you want to change it, then think of something else to do and see if it has the desired end result, being the reward. So that's just some of the quick things that I learned. As I said, I'll link to that video. Take a look at it. I really encourage it, and I'll also be doing a video on my process as I go through a month of trying to create a new habit. Alright, let's move on to the website. What's changed with the website? On the website, we have one new sign up. Not much, I know, but as I said, I'm sort of not really promoting it because I don't really believe in the product as of yet. I'm still tinkering with it and getting there. I believe in the product that it's gonna be, but at the moment it's not quite there. So the only things that have really changed is I've added one business, as I said. There's one opportunity that I've added. I've added one blog post, and I've tweaked some of the site's content. So on the About Us page, I've created some content on there, and on the page How We Can Improve, which I think is a key aspect to this website, because I'll be asking a lot of people for feedback on the site when I eventually get some users. So yeah, I've just created a few quick things on here. They're not finalized yet, as you can see. There's nothing here because the website has not been updated yet, so there's nothing to add there. And then the very important comment section down below there, pardon me. Apart from that, there's no real changes to the site. It's pretty basic. I do intend to make some changes in the coming month. So we'll jump straight into what I'm planning on achieving for the month to come. In terms of YouTube, I'll be looking to 5 times or 5x my results. So at the moment, I have 94 minutes of watch time for the last 28 days. So I'll be looking at 5 times that, which should leave me with roughly 450, we'll round it to 500 minutes of watch time, around about 250 views, and 15 new subscribers. I think this is very attainable. I'll also be adding 6 videos. So at the moment I have, I'll have 4 once I upload the one I plan to upload today. So there should be 12 videos in total we'll do actually. Fuck it, why not? So 8 videos in the coming month, and I would also like to get some more comments. At the moment I think I have 6 comments, 4 of them being mine, so I would like to put that tally up towards sort of 20, as close to 20 as I can get. Through YouTube I'll also be creating a video checklist, so something that I can obviously check off as I go. It's an important step for me in just creating a consistent video content. I'll also be looking to do 10 improvements on the videos that I create. So that's just, as I said before, looking at the videos that I've created, thinking how can I improve this, and doing small tweaks and adding small things to get it updated. Now, in the terms of growing my social media and my YouTube channel as well, I'll also look at commenting on 30 different videos with 30 thoughtful comments. So none of that, you know, little, oh, that was great, or any of those little unimpactful comments. I want to have some impactful comments, comments that stir up conversation and get people interested, and then hopefully get them looking at my channel art and clicking over to my channel to see what it's all about. Jumping on to Facebook, at the moment I'm sitting on 23 likes. I want to be above 50 likes at the end of March. That's the goal there. I will be creating 15 posts for Facebook, so that's roughly 1 every second day. A lot of these will be reposts from the blog, YouTube, and other things that I update. Also, I'd like to fully set up the page. There's a few things that I need to add here, so I'll be spending some time just going through the page and making sure it all looks nice and clean. Onto Twitter, at the moment I've got 15 tweets, so I want to double that to 30 tweets. Only 12 followers. Not really too focused on Twitter at the moment, but I'll try and get that up to 20 followers, and I will be tweeting out to 20 different people throughout the month. Onto Instagram, very basic goal for Instagram. I've only got 10 posts at the moment, pretty average posts, so I will double that, and in fact add 10 to that, so I'll have 17 posts by the end of the month, and followers up to roughly around 70. Now, what are my changes going to be on the website? As I said, there's a few key areas that I need to focus on in order to really get this service and product up to where it needs to be. One of the main and key areas is the business listing here, and at the moment I think it looks a little bit clunky and it lacks a few things that need to be displayed. So what I'll be aiming to add here is the option for businesses to show tags. So for instance, if your business is related to marketing, then you'll have a marketing tag, sales, a sales tag, IT being, you know, computer graphics design or development, then you'll have those tags here. That'll just give people a general idea of what the business is about, as well as the excerpt here, and it will allow them to search up here for those specific tags, which just makes everything quite a lot easier in the long run. I will also be looking to redesign the card in general. At the moment it's just too big. We can probably do about half height and move everything around. We don't need to have this cover image at the moment, as you see down here. It's just too much. So the logo will be moved up and shifted to the left. There'll be some tags across to the right of that, as well as the title of your business, and then potentially a tagline as well. The excerpt down below, and then all of these current icons will be shifted to the left, with the profile and account or connection and message for your friends and fellow business owners shifted to the right hand side there. So it'll all just look a lot cleaner, and by adding some specific features like the tagline and the tags, it will just enable people to search through the businesses a lot easier. Moving on to the opportunities, which is probably the second, if not the first most important thing on the website. We'll also be adding tags to the opportunities here. I'm not going to be tweaking the look too much for simplistic reasons and load times on the website. I think it's best to just leave everything quite basic on here. However, there will be obviously the tagline here, then an option to add categories to the opportunity. That way people will be able to see, you know, what area the opportunity is in, and then there will be a category for what they intend to offer in return as well. In terms of the actual look of the layout here, at the moment it's got what will they need help with at the top here, and what are they offering in return. Those will be removed from here, and there will be one section added down the bottom here where it's just going to separate your main offer, so what you're looking to get some assistance with, and then the second section will be for what you're looking to offer in return. This is really the foundation of what Get Bizzy is built on, so it's important that I get this aspect right. Finally, I will be looking to edit the groups area. At the moment, I don't believe there is any common area for groups in terms of being able to search through all of the groups that have been created. I will be the only one allowed to create groups initially, just until I get everything set up correctly, but hopefully within the next couple of months I should be able to open that up to the public. That way we can all create more close-knit groups in the community, and I think that'll be a very positive feature for the website. I'll be looking to add 2 blog posts to the website. At the moment I've only got 1. As I said, I spent quite a lot of time tweaking it, so these are all test blogs here, so these will be removed within the next week or so. And I'll be using those templates and the template that I've created here. Yeah, as I said, I need to work a lot on the creation of blog posts, because at the moment I'm really struggling with those. And I will be creating a guideline to follow for those blog posts, along with a checklist of things that I need to obviously run through, and that'll just be sort of formatting, making sure there's one quote per blog post, an appropriate sized header, which at the moment this is not, and a few other things like potential for links to different websites or internally within the website, as well as affiliate links if I choose to do so. Finally, I will be signing up for 2 new affiliates. I'm only signed up to one currently, which is the Book Depository, because I review and read quite a lot of books, so it makes sense to do that. Jumping on to sort of some more personal or general goals. Throughout the month I'm going to read 2 new books. I'll be reviewing those books as well. I may not review them this month, but I will eventually, obviously. Personal saving goals of $1,000, exercise 20 out of the 30 days. So that could be any form of exercise, but I've just found that doing a bit of exercise makes me a lot more motivated. Get out of bed as soon as the alarm goes off. So this is in conjunction with the challenge that I'm doing in terms of learning how to form a habit and showing you guys the process. And then I've just got some other personal goals that I won't divulge to you guys. It's a little bit personal, but yeah, so that pretty much covers off my intro to what's changed with the business and the first Get Busy monthly update. I hope you appreciated some of the content in here, especially what I learned at the beginning. I think that's probably going to be one of the most important things for you guys. Just learning from my mistakes, or learning from what's worked and what hasn't, and these certain little key things, as well as maybe some of the insights into the daily workings of the business and what I'm aiming to achieve and things like that. Now, some of these goals I've set for myself are quite out there, quite challenging, especially with working full-time, working roughly sort of 50 plus, sometimes 60 hours a week. It doesn't leave a lot of time to do these things. However, I'm ambitious, and putting it out there hopefully will give me the motivation I need to kick my A into G and just get some stuff done.